Yo people, welcome to another episode of Tell Me Why. And in today's episode I'm going to be discussing family unity. I want to know what family unity is in 2026. Because in this day and age, there's not that family unity no more. I remember back in the day when I was growing up as a kid, I was at my grandmother's house all the time and all my family members was there. Nowadays, I link up with my family like maybe once a month, twice a month if I'm lucky, and that's just due to someone's birthday or an occasion. Back in the day, there never had to be an occasion for me to link up with my family. It's just that we was all at my grandmother's house. And I know a lot of you feel the same way as I do. Where's it gone? What's happened? Why don't we link up with our people no more? And it's not like our people with our friends, because yeah, we might link up with our friends, but what's happened to that whole family vibe, that family feel where we was all together all the time? Now, I can't say it's just something that happens in this day and age because we're getting old and people have bills to pay, because our parents was paying bills. Our parents was living their life back in the day, but they still had time to link up with their family. Why don't we do it no more? Why is it not a thing? I need you lot to tell me why. Is there something going on that is just trying to ruin families from being what they once was? You can't go to your family for support. Well, some people can, but you can't go to your family and be like, yeah, I'm struggling right now. I need help maybe mentally or physically. Again, you can, but before, where you would have all of your family at one household, you could just chat to them, have a whole conversation and be like, yeah, this is my problem and I don't know what to do. At that point back in the day, you'd have bare voices or opinions or people to hold your hand so you can go through something. Or if you needed help with a job, or there was always just a link for someone to help you. Now, when it comes to even linking up with your family, you're doing it through Zoom, maybe, if you're lucky. So me, I would say I'm lucky because I get to see my family like once or twice a month. Like we really try to, I wouldn't say forced link ups, but we really try to ensure that our kids know each other and that they not grow up the same way how we did, because we was always with each other. Grandma's house every Friday was a thing. It was a motive. You'll never get bored. But what we try to do is we try to link up and maybe do an activity, especially in the summertime. The summertime I was linking up quite a bit, I'm not gonna lie. It's more in the winter time where we haven't. I think even Christmas, we tried to, but not everyone turned up. In this day and age, I'm not hearing people saying, yeah, I'm going to my cousin's house, or I'm going to my grandmother's house, or I'm going to my brother's house, or whatever it may be. It's like you might be going to your dog's house, your brethren, or your girl, if you're a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one goes and sees their people no more. I'm even going to have a discussion with ChatGPT on this, just to see its thoughts. AI, artificial intelligence, because I had a conversation with someone earlier and they was like, yeah, see what AI has to say. And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. Let me see what AI has to say about this. Is family unity still a thing in 2026?
It's not quite the same as it used to be for a lot of people. You know, those regular big family gatherings at a grandparents' house, or those traditions that were kind of passed down. Sometimes they change because life just moves a little differently now. People live in different places, schedules get hectic, and just the way we socialize can shift. But that doesn't mean family unity disappears. It just might be that the ways families connect are a little more spread out, or a little more virtual. So yeah, it's definitely true that it's not exactly the same as those Friday night visits to grandma's with all the cousins, but families still find their own new rhythms.
And I agree. Families do find their rhythms. But I'm just trying to identify what the exact what's happened, what's changed. Because before in the past, it was a common thing. Is it because we have social media now? Is it because that we have Zoom and all these other platforms? Is it because of lockdown? Is it because families have moved maybe further away from each other? Whereas before, everyone maybe didn't have the funds to live so far, or is it because it's cheaper to live further out than what it once was?
Yeah, you're hitting on all the big factors, honestly. It's kind of a mix of everything you mentioned. Social media and virtual platforms like Zoom definitely make it easier for families to stay in touch without being physically together. And that can mean people rely a bit more on those virtual check ins instead of in person gatherings. And you're spot on about the whole moving further away part too. A lot of families are spread out because of work opportunities or because it might be more affordable to live a bit further from city centers. And yeah, things like lockdowns definitely played a role for a while too, changing how we all gather. So it's really a combination of all those shifts. Doesn't mean family bonds are weaker. It just means the way we maintain them has evolved.
You lot tell me what you think in the comments, because it's probably like a 50-50 thing here on whether families are still connected in the way in which how they used to be. Because again, I don't think it is, because I don't really see my friends linking out with their family, not as much as I do with mine anyway. And I'm very close with my friends, and I have like a big friendship group. But is it just me, or am I going mad? So another thing I want to touch on in this subject is the fact that people even putting their family members in care homes. I didn't even know about care homes when I was a kid. Like, I thought care homes was just for some like selective group of rich people that would put their family, their parents or their grandparents in care homes. Now it's becoming more of a thing. I would hate to know that I've got a child and they've got a house with space where I could live in, but they'll rather pay for me to go to a care home. Or even if they're not paying for me, they're using the government scheme to get fundings for me. Like, why are we doing that to as a society now? Why are we not looking after our own? Why are we pushing people further away? Because imagine what that parent is feeling like after they're probably thinking, you know, after everything I've done for you, I'm here in a care home. That must feel so lonely. There must be more that we can do as a people to change this. Let me know in the comments if you don't think I'm going mad. But I personally think that if I had space in my house, yeah, I'm moving my mother or my father in if they are not maybe doing the best. I'm going to take them in and say, look, I haven't got the space, but I mean, I would rather you be here than be anywhere else, because I love you. You've done so much for me in my life. Like, come, let me look after you. Let me support you. Why is it now such a common thing to put your elderly member in a care home where they're lonely and we don't even know how they're being treated? We don't know what's happening with them when they're there. Because say, for example, if they have dementia or God knows what, then like they're dealing with that all by themselves. That's wild. Like, big up my auntie, because I'm gonna open up to you guys now. Like, my actual grandmother has dementia, and my auntie looks after her. But she's back in Jamaica, so they've got a whole setup for her where she's well looked after. So like, why isn't that a normal thing for people? Because I speak to other people and they're like, yeah, nah, my grandma's in here, or my grandma or my grandfather's in there, or like, it's just not what it once was. Families used to be together. I would say the only people who tend to see this unity still is like the Asian community, because for example, in an Asian household, they've probably got like 10 family members living under one roof, and even then that's the best thing, because you're even saving money. Say for example, rent is 2 bags and you got 10 people in one house, bro, you're spending peanuts, bro, for rent. And then you're saving, and then once your family expands, you're gonna get another house and another house and another house, and it's just a money making scheme. Why don't, for example, my community do that? The black people, everyone's doing their own thing, and I'm a problem in that as well, because I've been living by myself 8 years. If I was to link up and move in with my family members, I think it would be great, because I'll have them all the time. Obviously, there'll be the boundaries where the people, you might find people annoying because you're in their space or they're in your space a lot more than what it is now. But if you think about it realistically, you'll be saving so much bread. You'll have your family unity. You'll have everyone together and connected. And then if, say, for example, your grandmother, your father, or whoever the family member is that isn't well, there's going to be more than just the one person to help support that individual. So you're not just going to be feeling the pressure by yourself. I think that makes so much sense. Why don't we do that as a people? But yeah, if you don't think I'm going mad, please let me know in the comments. But thank you for tuning in to another episode of Tell Me Why. And I'll see you again next time.